No, I mean, I'm very excited about our roster. I think that we've had a really good summer, you know, locking out some of our young core guys and obviously bringing Patrick and getting a healthy Kirby Dach. There's a lot to be excited about.
On va être dans le mix, on va être dans la course jusqu'à la fin de l'année, jouer des matchs importants en fin de saison. Puis non, tu sais, je suis excité. Je pense que tous les gars on l'est. Ça va vraiment être une saison excitante pour nous.
Moi, je pense qu'il y a toujours des postes de disponibles. Même quand tu penses qu'il n'y en a pas, il y en a toujours. Faut que tu forces la main, tu essaies de voler une chaise. And I'm just looking forward to see, like, what's the next step for this group, you know? And to be part of that and that growth, especially because we've been kind of building it, I'm excited about seeing another level with this group.
Voilà, tout est prêt. Pour ce match préparatoire, on vous souhaite une excellente rencontre. On a une rondelle qui est repoussée un peu plus loin par Reinbacher. Il est mal en point, Marc. Je pense qu'il s'en va directement au vestiaire. Hein? Oh, Laine sur la patinoire, se tord de douleur et c'est un genou. Dis donc, tu parles d'un début, toi, de match et ça a l'air très sérieux, Marc.
And I feel we've done a good job in bringing him in, and he's starting to feel more comfortable. So it's hard to see him go down like that today.
C'était quand même stupide comme match. C'est frustrant qu'on n'a pas eu un match où on a pu s'améliorer un peu puis vraiment travailler sur la façon qu'on veut jouer. Je pense que ça montre que si ça c'est le type de match que tu veux jouer, on va être là pour nous comme coéquipiers puis on va se défendre.
Parce que c'est aussi ça, le Canadien. C'est la place où on peut tous vivre les mêmes choses au même moment en étant tous du même bord. Ce qui fait que quand je regarde l'équipe, je vois bien sûr les joueurs, les entraîneurs, mais à travers les jeux, à travers les défaites et à travers les victoires, c'est nous que je vois, nous, le public de hockey le plus fou et le plus intense du monde. Alors Montréal, je vous souhaite une belle saison. Go Habs go!
Parfait! Les Canadiens sublimes, ils gagnent le premier match. Quel match!
Et ça, c'est une des grandes performances de gardien qu'on a vu de la part des Canadiens dans un match d'ouverture.
I want to film the engine starting. I have like, what is it? Sport Plus, and race.
Race.
Yeah, it's a little too much.
Can you explain the story behind those sunglasses that you guys have done this year?
Yeah, it's something new that we found on our trip to Tremblant. So it's kind of an idea from Dave and a few of the other guys. So they're really nice. They look pretty cool when you put them on. Yeah, it's something that, you know, we did as a team, found as a team, and you know, it's nice to have those little things for player of the game stuff. No, we didn't buy them, we just found them. I think they were left somewhere, either around the village or at the rink. I think that makes it kind of more fun.
In the NHL it's my dream, you know, since I started playing. Just living at the moment and playing in the NHL, that's pretty cool.
Le premier de la carrière d'Emil Heineman de Wayne Hudson. Et ça, c'est le premier de plusieurs. Le présent et l'avenir de l'organisation.
Last year, like I was very shy. I don't think I really gave my full personality or anything. You know, I was just so nervous about, you know, doing the right thing and, you know, kind of being everywhere, putting my head down, getting to work. But I feel like this year I've kind of broken out of my shell more, got closer with some of the guys, and I think it's good to just know right off the bat, like especially for Laner, like how close the group is, and you know, everyone wants you to, you know, be yourself and have fun and enjoy it. So that's something I'm trying to do this year.
For me, it's been nice. You know, everyone's been great. So for me, when I get on the ice, it's just, you know, you want to do the things that got you to this level, and you know, do them at a high level. So you know, it's been pretty nice, the transition, everything. It's been great. Having guys, you know, like Stroobs and all the older guys too has helped a lot.
To start the year when I wasn't playing, like Pezzi, I think's your biggest fan. Like every time you touch the puck, you know, like the Bell Center goes up. Like he's all fired up too. So it's special to see him, and I mean, he does things with the puck that are pretty absurd and I can never do, but it's fun to watch.
On peut comprendre Samuel Montembeault d'être en furie.
Une chose est certaine, c'est que les Canadiens perdent un 3e match de suite.
Très peu de positifs du côté des aspects du Canadien. Il y en a plusieurs à travailler.
There's nothing we can do tonight about tonight. That game is over. Now it's what's next that's important to me. You know, it's the repair. How we're going to repair.
Wasn't too much thinking out there. It was hard work and, you know, just put your head down and skate. So you need those practices, and, you know, where we're at right now, I think it was definitely deserved. So you guys work hard.
You know, having to go through it with all your teammates, you know, it just kind of drags you a little bit closer and, you know, realizes, like, you know, that we're all in this together.
I think I know where you're going, Eric. Obviously the noise, right? Is that what you're saying? I don't listen to stuff. And I'll tell you why I don't listen to stuff, because why would I listen to a critic from somebody I would never go for advice for? It's part of the market, you know, but like, it's not gonna change what I do. And it's not gonna make me upset. But if it does one thing, is I'm almost thankful, because I usually overcome the obstacles and the people that doubt, and it fuels me. So I appreciate the market.
Just super excited, super thankful to obviously be here. You know, it's been a long road with a lot of ups and maybe more downs so far, like the last couple of years. So just excited and thankful to put on this jersey and just being out there with the fellas finally. So it'll be awesome.
Hudson, aligné, voilà sortie!
Patrick Laine, la première étoile. Congratulations.
Merci beaucoup.
Every time you step out there, you have a chance to inspire. You don't always in the sand. But I only know very little of what you've gone through. But what you did tonight, what the scene work and trying to get back, join a new team, scoring the first goal, it was a Montreal Canadian versus many. For me, you inspired me. Thank you very much.
À Suzuki. Un 7e match avec un point. C'est un record par un défenseur recru dans l'histoire du Canadien de Montréal. Spectaculaire!
Sam, beaucoup d'émotions dans les dernières heures. La confirmation de ta présence au sein de l'équipe canadienne pour la confrontation des 4 nations il y a 24 heures. Et un 4e jeu blanc en carrière ce soir.
Seconde à la pénalité à temps. Et les casquettes qui sont projetées sur la patinoire du Centre Bell.
That was the most outrageous thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It's like I don't deserve this. Like not at all. But no, it'll be something for sure I'll remember forever. Like that was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
J'étais vraiment excité de savoir que je revenais à la maison. Maintenant d'avoir la chance de mettre le chandail, c'est encore plus spécial. Non, c'est comme je l'imaginais. L'ambiance est incroyable, puis de commencer comme ça avec une grosse victoire aussi, c'est un plus.
It's a big game for Jakub Dobeš, trying to prove what he can do in the National Hockey League.
Jakub Dobeš has earned this opportunity.
This game belongs to 23-year-old rookie Jakub Dobeš in his first NHL start, a 33-shot shutout in a day he will never forget. And what a holiday road trip for Montreal. Montreal's 7-2 in their last 9. They beat Florida, they beat Tampa Bay, they beat Vegas, and they beat Colorado. Suzuki. Et le Canadien l'emporte en Prolongation!
Quand on a 22 matchs avant le trade deadline, on a beaucoup encore à apprendre. C'est sûr que on est content qu'on joue beaucoup mieux que qu'est-ce qu'on jouait dans le début de saison. Puis on veut voir où est-ce qu'on va dans les prochaines séquences avant le deadline. Puis on va prendre des décisions en conséquence. That was the most important thing about being in the mix, was more to do with what we hope our team went through as an experience, as a building block. Whether we can be a playoff team or not, we're in that conversation right now, and let's see how our players respond to it.
Patrick Laine! Ma parole! Le Canadien l'emporte!
Le classement peut être beau pour une journée. Puis on voit comment tête que c'est, là. Puis tu continues à aller chercher des points. Parce que c'est sûr, c'est un meilleur moment présentement si tu regardes le classement que c'est l'année passée, là, début de l'année.
Goulet, mauvaise chute de Goulet, Marc. Oh, je peux vous dire qu'il est incapable de mettre du poids sur la jambe droite. N'était pas très content lorsqu'il est passé tout juste devant moi, il le savait.
Il n'y a pas que du négatif à retenir dans ce match, mais il reste, messieurs, que le Canadien donc encaisse un 8e revers à ses 9 dernières rencontres.
Peut-être un dernier commentaire avant la pause, Marc. Le Canadien doit retenir toute cette énergie déployée dans les 2 matchs avec les occasions de marquer. Mais on doit revenir aussi confiant qu'on l'était dans la période où on connaissait du succès, parce que le Canadien demeure compétitif. Maintenant, les résultats sont clairs. Il va falloir trouver une autre motivation que les séries éliminatoires, je vais le dire comme ça.
It has 100% flown by. It feels like just yesterday I was starting, and to think that this is already my 3rd year in Montreal. It doesn't seem like that long, but you add them all up, it's my 9th full season in the NHL, so it completely has flown by. I think ever since having kids too, it's just put on the afterburners for how fast time seems to be going. So I just try to take advantage of it as much as possible and try to make the most of the short period of time you get to do this. I feel like when I came into the league, I wanted to be the best I could be so badly that it was almost detrimental, where I'd make a mistake, I'd have a bad game, whatever the case may be, and it would eat me up inside for days and days and days. And in the NHL, if you're doing that, you're running through 3 games probably, and it's still eating you up, There's no time to kind of reset and refocus. It kind of bleeds into the next games. I think if I had been better at letting things go and being a little less hard on myself, I think it would have been good for me.
Non, c'est sûr, je suis content ça recommence. J'ai hâte de voir comment on va se comporter. J'ai aimé, on n'a pas été chercher du résultat la dernière fin de semaine qu'on a joué, mais j'ai beaucoup aimé notre comportement. C'est de voir si on peut se remettre dans le beat avec cette mentalité-là.
What did you like about your Rise game tonight?
I mean, I loved everything about it right away from the first couple of practices that we had. You could tell he was really hungry to, get going, and, when you do things the right way all the time and continue to do that, he gets rewarded with a big goal and played probably the best game he has in a while.
This guy was all over the ice tonight. Power forward, using his body.
Oh, that's him! That's him! Caulfield se déplace avec une feinte. Le ballon est dans le filet, le but! Quelle pièce de jeu! Extraordinaire! Cole Caulfield donne la victoire aux Canadiens. À Suzuki. Caulfield de la but! Le 30e de la saison. Cole Caulfield.
With the objective of being in the mix at the start of the season, I think we've met that objective. Le plan a toujours été dès le début de cette saison que qu'est-ce qu'on fera aujourd'hui ou dans la semaine avant le trade deadline sera un sens dicté par l'équipe. Crédit à l'équipe puis au coach. Ils ont gagné 5 matchs de suite, puis on reverrait les choses aujourd'hui. Puis cette semaine, dans un sens, on a rewarded them pour leur effort.
Yeah, I was happy to keep everyone together, and I think we really embraced the challenge of trying to fight for that last playoff spot. And
it's been a heavy week. Obviously, my mom has been fighting class 4 brain cancer for 3.5 years in Calgary. Found out she passed, so it's been a tough week or so here for the family. The way the team supported me and helped me out, wouldn't have gotten through without them.
Et regarde où il tape sur le cœur. Et il a le droit de le faire, avec raison.
La vague se poursuit, messieurs, c'est le olé olé. Et parlant de vague, Jacob Deberge qui me regarde en disant « Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe? » Et je lui ai dit « C'est ça Montréal, mon ami. »
Oui, bienvenue à Montréal.
Une dernière attaque. Voilà Hudson qui perd la rondelle, la reprend.
Oh, de fil
Caulfield, long détour. Et remet ensuite à Suzuki. Suzuki vers le filet. Contourne.
Un scénario absolument invraisemblable. Le Canadien l'emporte.
He said that was the first time he's gone on a knee, so to me, I feel like I'm always going on a knee, but it's cool to see that emotion.
It's huge building blocks for what we're after, what we're trying to build here to get this kind of season the way we did it. And now the goal is to finish the job here and reach our goal and have that experience, in late April. And I think that's so important. We're trying to build here.
There's no wasted days. This is a huge opportunity for us to continue to build on what we've got going here right now, and that's where our focus lies. It's Marty likes to say, what's next? This is what's next for us tonight. This is our next challenge, and as a group, we got to be ready for it.
Les gradins sont remplis, les partisans sont debout.
Les salutations à Ivan Demidov qui en est à sa première présence en carrière dans la Ligue nationale. Écoutez la foule. Alors que la contre-attaque est menée par Demidov. Demidov s'avance, surveillé par Reichel. Demidov tente à faire la passe.
Parole à 6 minutes dans le match. Il obtient son premier point dans la Ligue nationale.
Et regardez qui a la rondelle, Demidov.
Ma parole, coup de théâtre. Wow!
Et Lane Hudson y est enfin, Marc.
Avec son 65e point, il dépasse, Chris Chelios pour le plus de points par un défenseur recru.
Devant Soderblom, feinte, tire!
Et la rondelle va tout simplement aboutir sur la ligne des buts. Et les Blackhawks de Chicago viennent de gâcher le spectacle et le plaisir ici au Centre Bell.
We're for 81 games here to be in this position. As we just said here, we've had some ups, we've had some downs here. Get ready to win a game. We still control our fate.
As Lane Hudson gets the assist, he has tied Larry Murphy for the most assists by a defenseman in a rookie season in NHL history. They wanted to be in the mix. They were. And the new kids in town are going to play beyond Game 82. And the fans will get to see them in the playoffs. Une place qui n'a certainement pas été volée en séries éliminatoires. Effort collectif. Les leaders se sont levés, menés par le premier trio. Un gardien numéro 1 s'est avéré à Montréal cette saison, Pierre. Et Montembeault a encore une fois été solide. Goulet en jeune leader. Hudson qui bat des records. Et une foule en liesse. Alors on passe du mix aux séries.
I finished the season 7-1-2. Why not us? Why not now? It wasn't perfect. Did we fight this moment right now? Makes everything, all the stuff that you put in, makes everything worth it.
This is the moment that Hab fans have been waiting for. The moment that seems so far away during the ups and the downs of the last 3 seasons. It's the moment they were robbed of in 2021, but tonight, a full building, and we don't have to worry about 2,500 feeling like 25,000 because the 21,000 in here right now feels a lot like 40,000.
The fire is lit. The moment is now, and it's showtime in Montreal. Hudson jumps in. Patrick Hudson scores! Upfield! What a play by Hudson! Slavkovsky hands it off. Caulfield, Slavkovsky, score!
The Canadians, a remarkable run to the playoffs will end tonight. And the future is bright for Montreal. They made the late push to get into the playoffs. Tears for David Savard in his last NHL game.
A well-loved teammate, a real warrior on the ice.
Extremely proud of everyone from where we started the season to where we are now. We've grown so much, and really felt like we could keep going. And it sucks right now. It sucks a lot, but really proud of the guys and everything that we've learned this year.
Just come back stronger next year. It's a group that really believes in each other and wants to get better together. And I really do believe there's something special coming here.
I think we've come in here with a plan of what we want to do to rebuild this team. There's a lot of benefits from what the players were able to do this season. The experience of it for our players, maybe to show the rest of the league what it could be like to play here. It's been a fun year for everybody to be part of, and we're going to use it as a huge stepping stone as where we're going.
Martin, tu as souvent dit what's next dans la mentalité de tes joueurs maintenant que tu es nominé pour coach de l'année. What's next?
Next is going to go home and play some golf.